Tastefully Home. I'm Jen.
And I'm Melissa, and today we've got another meal recipe for you with very few ingredients, and it's super easy. So
Yes.
The best part about it, we've got pizza meatloaf cups is what we'll be making. And the ingredients that you need would be 1 egg, a 1/4 cup of seasoned breadcrumbs, 1.5 pounds of beef, and we had some left over from our last show, so that worked well. 1/2 cup of pizza sauce, 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and 1.5 cups of shredded mozzarella. So what, 6 ingredients is what we're looking at here. So fairly easy. And you want the muffin tins. So I know we were talking during the break, not the easiest thing to clean.
No, but I'm hoping they will be. They are greased, so hopefully they'll just pop right out. But I just don't like cleaning muffin tins.
It's just a lot of little scrubbing
That's
in
right.
the little spots. So.
Yep.
Okay, the first thing we need to do is we'll take a bowl and you need to mix the egg, pizza sauce, breadcrumbs, and Italian seasoning into the bowl.
Okay.
So
and I'll beat the eggs first if you want
that.
me to do that.
I'll maybe leave that there so we can both see it.
Okay.
I really like meatloaf. My kids are not the biggest fans of
Aren't
meatloaf,
they?
but if I called it pizza meatloaf and it had the cheese and everything, I'm thinking that would be a little more appetizing to them.
Might convince them.
But meatloaf is so hearty, and it's such a good thing to eat this time of year too. So.
Okay, and then what else? The pizza sauce.
Pizza sauce
and breadcrumbs.
Okay.
Okay,
So
and I need a 1/4 cup
of pizza sauce. I'll let you do this first. That's a 1/4. So.
Okay. Now, when you make meatloaf at home, do you usually put breadcrumbs in, or?
Yes, I do.
You do.
And I was just thinking, the recipe just calls for seasoned breadcrumbs, but I know they have the Italian seasoned breadcrumbs too. So that might be something because this isn't, pizza.
That's right.
Something that you could do. So we need a half
a cup of that.
1/2 cup, and I've got a 1/4 cup here.
And then
so
the
I need 2 of
Italian
these.
seasoning, and just a 1/2 teaspoon.
So fast. Maybe a little bit more than a half, but
Oh, that'll be okay.
it's okay.
And now I thought that was kind of a neat thing, because I usually put ketchup in, so that'll be kind of similar to.
Right, I suppose it just gives it more of the Italian flavor.
Yeah. Okay, and then we need to mix all that up.
Mix it all up.
And then we're gonna put the beef in on top of it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So do you think, should we just toss the beef in and then I'll mix it up?
Just do the
for you?
crumbling,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, and I'll mix it up.
Because this started off as a 3-pound package, so
Yes,
we
it did.
divided it into.
So we have about 1.5.
Right.
Maybe a little bit more.
Maybe a little more.
Okay. While I'm doing that, do you want to maybe spray those?
Yeah. Just gonna wipe my hands.
Yeah, and there's nothing clean about this. You just gotta get your hands in.
Well, it's just,
It's just
sometimes
easier, isn't
messy
it?
is best.
Yeah.
It's just the best way to do it, so.
Okay. Well, it smells like pizza with that sauce, that's for certain. And now, Melissa, I know this is a meal, but I was thinking if you use the little mini muffin tins, I don't know, how finicky it would be, but if we use the mini ones, you could almost make little appetizers.
I don't know why you couldn't. I really don't, and just have, I know the meatballs that we did on last week's show, and then these for a few hot appetizers.
Yeah.
And especially because the ingredients are so similar,
Yes.
like you had bought, the 3-pound package, you could just split it in half and do one of each, and that would be fantastic, I think.
Well, even the appetizers there, if you have a family and you have kids and they, my kids will eat this, it makes a great lunch. If you've got a few frozen, take a few out and microwave them and you're kind of set. Okay, since my hands are dirty, maybe I'll do this for you.
Okay.
Now.
So you divide it in between the greased muffin cups here. And then you just press it onto the bottom and then onto the sides, so up the sides. So, and then basically with the cheese, you're just going to fill the center.
Okay, so how thin do you think I should get these?
Well, there's quite a bit of meat and only 12 cups, so I would say, put quite a bit in.
Okay. Well, if we run out of meat, we'll have to steal from.
Exactly, steal from the other one.
I always find even when I make muffins, it's hard. I'll get to the end and I'll be one muffin, tin short, and it's like,
of course, I guess we're used to bigger portion sizes and everything, but I like big muffins.
Big muffins.
I really do. So I'm the same way. you know, or else I have the big muffin tins at home. And that's maybe something else you could do too.
Yeah.
Instead of using the regular size cups, you
Do
could
the
use
jumbo.
the big muffin. I think mine has 6, so that would be fine. It would be a little bit more of a meal. Maybe.
That's true.
You know, and I like having the big muffins then as well.
Well, we'll get these hollowed out. So you're going to put some matzo cheese in the middle?
Exactly. And
Okay.
right, we have a 1.5 cups of the shredded mozzarella that we'll use. And these, you know, the pre-shredded ones are about 2 cups. I don't know why you couldn't actually use the extra 1/2 cup and just spread it out. And the cheesier the better, I feel, anyway.
Yeah.
And then I should mention that you need to preheat your oven to 375 because obviously you'll be baking these only for 15 to 18 minutes, so it goes fairly quickly.
That'd be a nice, quick, easy meal.
And then it does say that you should serve them immediately, or again, like our meatballs last week, you can freeze them.
That's right.
That's so handy.
And you know, when you're working and busy, and if you're going to take the time, I was even thinking like on the weekend, if you're going to make something like this, and you've got the meat, it would be nice to do a couple meals and get them frozen so throughout the week so you can pull a few things out when you're busy and running late rather than going through the drive-through. You know you've got this, you can just take it out, defrost it quick.
And like you were saying, when we made our meatballs, the same thing virtually goes with this. Okay, you might have to pick up the cheese, but otherwise, you know, I know most people have hamburger on hand. The breadcrumbs people generally have on hand. The seasoning, and you know, pizza sauce, you know, depends, but
it keeps well. I mean, you could buy this stuff ahead of time and kind of keep it on.
Exactly. I'm one of those bargain shoppers where if something's on sale, I buy a lot of it and keep it in my cupboard, which is good and bad because my cupboards get so full sometimes. I think I'm not going grocery shopping until I eat some of this stuff.
But even the meat, you know, if you can buy 3 pounds of it, buying bulk is cheaper.
And then separating it yourself.
Especially if you're trying to feed a family.
Right.
Okay. So what do you think?
That looks good. And we used all the meat.
All the meat.
Hi, I'm Dick Beardsley for Lake Region Therapy Services of Detroit Lakes. Their team of professional occupational therapists do vital myofascial release therapy for pain relief. Folks, I was in chronic pain for many years until I came to Lake Region Therapy Services. They've helped me, and I know they can help you too. You don't just have to live with it. They also have massage, hypnotherapy, Pilates, and the infrared sauna. Go to Lake Region Therapy Services of Detroit Lakes, solutions for chronic pain.
Washington Square Mall, what a great place to be. It's everything the shopper wants with theaters and restaurants. Lots of parking conveniently. Come and bring the family. There's something here for everyone who says shopping can be fun. Washington Square Mall, what a great place to be.
Now, I don't know, are you with me? We should go through all 2 cups, or do you just want to stick to the 1.5 cups?
I'm all for 2 cups.
Like I said, the more cheese, the better.
That's right. And I suppose we can kind of watch. We might not even use all of it, but that's what I thought. Just sprinkle to what looks
right.
What
You
looks
don't want
good.
it to be heaping so much that it's falling over in the, you know, the oven or anything like that. So.
And you know, it always looks like so much when it is in the cups, but when it melts down, it doesn't seem so much.
Melt down so much.
But,
so.
you know, I was thinking, and I don't know if this would work, but you know, everyone kind of has their favorite pizza, and you know, if you wanted to throw mushrooms in here or black olives or
you know, maybe maybe not the sliced pepperoni necessarily, but I know you can buy the pepperoni chunks, and I was thinking you could even
like mix that right in
exactly with the beef. You know, when you're mixing the beef and the egg and all that.
And you've said
together.
before, you know, even the ground pork as well, if you wanted to mix things up. I think you could really play with this recipe and make it, you know, your family's favorite by what they like, just depending.
Yeah, like I would definitely like to have mushrooms in it.
And even to the point, you know, you see the advertisements now where everyone can get what they want on their pizza, you know, like the different ones.
Yeah.
Well, if you had, the way we had the mixture in the bowl, you could have, you know, each row, you could mix in, you know, just mushrooms for this row, olives for this row.
Right.
You could make your own little individual ones too. That would be fun. So how are you?
I'm almost there.
Well,
I know, I'm a little...
I don't think it's too much because
We'll
it's
just
going to all
have to be
melt
sure we
down.
put this on a cookie sheet or something like that, so it doesn't
Bubble over
go
on
over
us.
into your oven. That would not
And
be
now,
good.
do you think we can top it with a little bit of pizza sauce,
I don't
or
know
do
why
you think
you
after?
couldn't. I mean, if we've got, we've got it a little extra sauce. I don't know why you couldn't
Kind of
just put
drizzle
a little
maybe.
more
Maybe
on.
even after it's baked, we could warm some up and kind
Yep.
of drizzle it on top, and that would look really nice.
Great idea. Should we
Well, keep
put
your
this in
fingers
the oven?
crossed. Yeah, that all works out
Yeah,
well.
exactly.
I'm David Karsnia of the David Donahauer Funeral Home. If you or a member of your family needed to transport a cremated remains somewhere, would you know which of these urns would be accepted on an airplane and which one wouldn't? We at David Donahauer Funeral Home are pleased that we have been selected as a partner of the National Transportation Security Agency. What this means is that we get the latest in security updates and will receive a cremated remains and put it in the urn of the family's choosing. If you'd like more information about changes in security, please feel free to call us. Our number is 847-4147.
I smell pizza.
I do too.
I did put them on for the full 18 minutes just
Okay.
to make sure
Well,
that.
again, it's hamburger. You want to
It
make sure
is.
it's cooked well enough.
And they probably maybe could have come out a little bit earlier because the mozz's a little bit brown.
And of course, I
but
had to drop
really
it on the
sprinkle
middle
it.
part. So, but it looks good.
It does. It's definitely very greasy, so I am suspecting that they're going to come out easier than I thought. But I did put some paper towel down because I just thought, oh, that's going to be a whole lot of grease. Do you think they're going to dump on me? There. I'll just
Sure.
maybe scoop out a few of them. And of course,
This
they're
would be
going to
something that would be good with, to serve with a pasta or
yeah.
something like that. And I know I'll say it. I don't want to sound stupid or anything like that. But I was saying too, if you could figure out some way to put a crust on it, under it. Obviously, now that I'm looking at the grease,
Yeah,
it would get
it
too
wouldn't
soggy.
work.
But I'm wondering if you could even put like a thin layer on it, on the top.
Or even, ooh, my cheese is sliding off. Even maybe to make it,
Oh,
did we
sorry.
lose it? Even to make it maybe separate and then add it to it
Yeah.
after, because there's between the cheese and the meat,
Yeah.
there's definitely a lot of liquid
Oh,
here. Now I was thinking maybe we could do some of the sauce, the pizza
Oh,
sauce on
sure.
top, just kind of to
Just to drizzle it
drizzle
on
on
a
top.
little
But then I thought, well, we probably should heat it up
bit. Okay,
because
I can do. I'll just pour a little in here and then
we don't want to put it
heat
on
it up a
coal.
bit.
But that would kind of just add maybe a little bit of color to it and whatnot. I'll maybe
Okay,
put
I'm
one
just
more out here. I'm suspecting they'll continue to cook here in the pan. And really, you could even sprinkle the matzah even on when they come out, because I bet it would melt.
That's what I was
as
thinking
they're-
too. Right, just a little extra on.
Okay. And I don't think they're going to be too terrible to clean. There's nothing like a recipe that ends up making, your evening miserable when you're
there's-
trying to clean the pan. And
And you mean to clean it up?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't look hopefully like it's too bad.
there, if I give you that with
Yeah.
that.
Drizzle a little on here. I think this is something that the kids will really like too.
Well, I hope so.
That's my guess.
It's always hard to find something. And if we call it something pizza, a
See,
lot
that's
of
what
times,
like pizza cups.
Yeah.
Or, like I said, I'd probably leave the meatloaf
and I
part out of it.
don't
but-
let them know it's meat. My kids think everything's chicken. It's chicken. You'll like
Oh.
it. Doesn't matter what color it is. Just eat it. It's chicken. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to call it meatloaf of some sort. I'll probably call it a pizza cup and
Yeah.
say it just doesn't have the crust. Well,
Well,
we'll
it's a
see
really
if
neat recipe.
they'll try it or not. Oh, I lost one. Is it too hot?
Casualty. Well, and you know what? I think it pretty much stayed on this
Oh, there we
paper
go.
towel, so it's not
I won't
too
throw
bad.
these ones on, then I'll just put them up high here to drain. I should have brought a bigger plate. But that's not too bad, because this
Oh.
recipe said it could be frozen as well, right? In like a
Yes,
Ziploc
right,
bag.
exactly.
So once they cool,
yeah, then you would just throw them, throw them, like you said, in a big Ziploc, throw them into the
Freezer.
and then I would imagine probably the easiest way to reheat them would be in the microwave,
microwave,
but you
yeah.
probably could put them on a cookie,
On a cookie sheet or
and put
something.
them back in the oven until they were
yeah,
heated
because it'd
through.
be just like heating up your meatloaf,
Yeah.
your regular meatloaf. You'd throw it in the microwave and
Exactly.
do it. So,
Yeah, I mean, it looks really good. So are you going to taste it?
I Possibly. Are you?
I think I could probably do that too.
All right. Well, maybe we'll get some plates and a fork.
Come back and give it a try.
Yeah.
Nest Granite Works Incorporated, just 3 miles north of Detroit Lakes on Highway 59, has a large indoor display of upright monuments for easy viewing. Buy factory direct and save on many different types of monuments and markers. Plus, custom designing is available. All lettering and unique personal designs are done right at the Detroit Lakes plant. This monument, lettered and delivered, is only $6.95. We're Nest Granite Works Incorporated, located just 3 miles north of Detroit Lakes on Highway 59.
Melissa gets to try first. No.
The guinea pig. I'll try.
I think it's going to just taste just fine, kind of like a meatloaf. But you go
like
ahead
I said before, I honestly can't think of anything in this that I would not like.
Yeah.
So I guess our faces will show it. Or we'll show that they were really good actresses.
Yeah, that's right. What do you think? Do I want to try it?
I think it's good. As I chew with my mouth open, but...
Yeah, I mean, it does definitely have a pizza taste. I think it tastes like meatloaf. What I'm surprised about, though, is the way we made them. I thought the cheese would go further down. I almost think they're good. Don't get me wrong, they're good and they'd make a great meal, but I'm just thinking if you could make 2 dozen and make them thinner and have maybe the cheese more down in the middle and covered up, like more of a cheese surprise in the middle.
I'm wondering, too, if you couldn't, when you're just mixing up the burger, throw the cheese in it and mix
you
it right
could.
in with it.
And then just sprinkle some on top.
I think, again, I know we mentioned this before, too, if you had, like, the ground pork in it, it would just make it a little... Because it's not like they're bland. I don't want to say they're bland. No. Because it tastes... Honestly, it tastes like pizza minus the crust.
Yep, it does.
And just a little more burger, but if you did
They're
throw,
thick, though. You know, there's
they
a
are
lot of
thick.
meat.
So that's why I'm thinking if you put, like, the sausage in it, or had the little... the ground pork, or I had the little pepperoni chunks. I think that because pepperoni itself is so flavorful.
So flavorful. I think I would try them with the mini muffins, though. You know, but mix the cheese in and then just kind of throw them in and try it as an appetizer. I think these would be great.
And it's very fast, very easy, and very few ingredients. So that's the best part about it.
It's kind of our trademark, isn't it?
It is. We like to make life easier for you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Jen.
And I'm Melissa.